Dante's Divine Comedy, Inferno, Canto the Ninth.
Were they crossing the river Styx?
They were crossing the swamp Styx.
The swamp. That's right. It's a swamp in this.
Dante notices that Virgil, like, his face is actually turning a little bit pale, and he looks a little bit scared. There's this back and forth of Dante seeing Virgil look scared. Virgil says something to, like, assure that he shouldn't be scared, but then the thing he says makes Dante more scared than before. While they're waiting, the three Furies jump up onto the walls and start, like, screeching out. They're described as hellish and inhuman figures, stained with blood. They've got, like, snake belts around their waists.
What did these look like in Greco-Roman mythology?
I don't remember. It says here, though, that they have, like, snakes growing from their heads.
Oh,
so
I
think these are somewhat conflated here with the Gorgons.
Okay. Because when I hear Furies, for some reason, I'm picturing harpies or some grotesque version of them.
Yeah, I do too. And I know there were three Furies in Greek mythology.
Right,
I think they were more harpy-like. So it seems here that in this mythology that Dante's writing, the Furies and the Gorgons have been kind of combined.
Okay, interesting.
They say, "Call Medusa that we may change him to stone." And Virgil kind of like freaks out. And he says, okay, so I know I've said before that nothing can hurt us here. This thing actually will. If you see Medusa, you will turn to stone and there's no going back from that. So he says, close your eyes, turn around, and then just as an extra measure, Virgil actually comes behind him and covers his eyes as well. There's suddenly this loud sound reverberating through hell. Virgil lets him open his eyes, and he can see the fog is beginning to part. All of the spirits in the swamp start like screaming and yelling as they all try to like scramble to one side or the other. And passing through
is Moses?
Not Moses. This giant figure. He's walking on top of the swamp.
Jesus?
No, not Jesus. This is an angel.
Oh. Okay.
As he's walking through, he's just lightly motioning with his hand to like push all the mist away, and it's all going away. And as he's walking, all the spirits are like separating away from him to get like as far away from him as possible. And he's just like calmly walking across the swamp.
I'm going to take one other guess. My third and final guess that this is like Michael the Archangel.
I don't think it names him.
Ah, shoot. Okay.
It doesn't name him.
Okay.
The angel comes up, he steps onto the shore, and he waves his hand at the door. He doesn't even touch it. He just waves his hand, and it flies open. He spends a few lines insulting them. He talks about how Cerberus did something like this before, something that was against God's will, and that's why he had that gash in his chest. This is not the first time an angel has had to been sent to hell to like put someone in line.
So it's kind of like when people act up in the underworld, like sometimes an angel goes down there to be like, hey, shut up and do what you're supposed to do.
Something like that, it
That's
seems.
Interesting.
The gates open, the angel, he walks back. He doesn't say anything to Dante or Virgil. He just strolls calmly back across the swamp the way he came from. They go through the gates, which are now open. No one opposes them. Past the gates is this large field, and scattered everywhere are these giant tombs, like coffins made of iron, and each one has fire around it, heating them up. There are spirits in them. Virgil explains that this is where the heretics are. Not just any skeptics in general. Heretic specifically means those skeptics who deny the soul's immortality. So these are people who just don't know about God. These are people who know about him and yet deny his existence. They say, no, that, supernatural stuff, spirits, those aren't real.
And this is on like a lower level, right? Than
yes.
the other. Okay.
Yes, as opposed to the pagans who were up in limbo. The pagans did not know how to worship God. The heretics denied his existence. They continue walking through the field, and that is the end of the 9th canto.